Every day, more than 5 billion people willingly change their brain chemistry. Some start with a cup of coffee, others light a cigarette, some reach for a beer, others chase something much stronger. Legal or illegal, natural or synthetic. Your brain doesn't care. Every drug does one thing. It changes the way your brain communicates. Some sharpen your focus, some erase pain, some distort reality, and some convince your brain that nothing else matters. Today, we're explaining every major drug, how it works, what it feels like, and what it quietly does to your brain. Let's start with the world's favorite drug. Caffeine is the most widely used psychoactive drug on Earth. It's found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and even chocolate. Most people think it gives them energy. It doesn't. Your brain produces a chemical called adenosine throughout the day. The more adenosine builds up, the sleepier you become. Caffeine blocks that signal. Suddenly, your brain forgets it's tired. The effect begins within 20 to 30 minutes. Your focus sharpens, reaction time improves, fatigue disappears. For a while, you feel unstoppable. Then the caffeine wears off. Your brain finally hears all the sleep signals it ignored. That's why the crash hits. The energy wasn't created, it was borrowed. Nicotine is one of the fastest drugs your brain can receive. Whether it's a cigarette, a vape, or chewing tobacco, it reaches your brain in seconds. Once there, it triggers a surge of dopamine, the chemical that teaches your brain, do this again. At first, the buzz feels relaxing, your stress fades, your attention improves, you feel strangely complete, but your brain adapts quickly. Soon, you're not smoking to feel good. You're smoking just to feel normal. Withdrawal begins within hours. Irritability, restlessness, cravings. Your brain isn't asking, it's demanding. The drug disappears, the habit stays. Alcohol has been with humanity for thousands of years. It's used to celebrate, socialize, and escape. But alcohol doesn't create confidence. It removes self-control. Within minutes, it slows the part of your brain responsible for judgment. You talk more, laugh louder, take bigger risks. As the dose increases, balance fades, speech slows, memory starts breaking apart. At high enough levels, the brain can even forget to breathe. Millions of people die from alcohol-related causes every year, yet in many places, it's easier to buy than cold medicine. Your brain doesn't measure legality, only chemistry. Cannabis has been used by humans for thousands of years. Today, it's one of the most debated drugs on Earth. Some use it to relax, some use it for chronic pain, others simply want to get high. The chemical responsible is THC. It slips into your brain and activates the same system your body already uses to regulate mood, memory, appetite, and pain. At first, everything slows down. Music sounds deeper. Food tastes incredible. Time stretches. 10 minutes can feel like an hour. Your thoughts become louder. Sometimes that's relaxing, sometimes it's terrifying. Higher doses can trigger anxiety, paranoia, or panic attacks, especially in people who are already vulnerable. And frequent use can make it harder to learn, remember, and stay motivated. Cannabis doesn't create new thoughts. It changes how your brain experiences the ones you already have. Cocaine is one of the fastest acting stimulants ever discovered. It's usually snorted, sometimes smoked, and less commonly injected. Within minutes, dopamine floods your brain. Confidence skyrockets, energy explodes, you feel unstoppable. Talking becomes effortless, everything suddenly feels exciting. But your brain wasn't designed for that much dopamine, so it fights back. As the drug wears off, dopamine crashes. The excitement disappears, your mood drops. Nothing feels rewarding anymore. That's why many users take another line, not to get higher, but to escape the crash. Cocaine doesn't create happiness, it borrows tomorrow's. Opioids are some of the most powerful painkillers ever created. Morphine, oxycodone, fentanyl, heroin, different names, the same destination. They attach to opioid receptors in your brain and spinal cord, blocking pain before your brain even realizes it's there. Then something else happens. A warm wave spreads through your body. Stress melts away. Everything feels distant, safe, comfortable. It's easy to understand why they're used in hospitals. It's also easy to understand why they're so addictive. Your brain quickly stops producing its own natural pain-relieving chemicals. Now, it expects the drug instead. Without it, pain feels worse. Your body aches, your stomach turns, sleep disappears, and the craving becomes overwhelming. Opioids don't just silence pain, they can silence everything. MDMA, better known as Ecstasy or Molly, is a synthetic drug that sits somewhere between a stimulant and a psychedelic. It's usually swallowed as a pill or capsule, sometimes as a powder. Once it enters your brain, it triggers a massive release of serotonin, the chemical linked to happiness, trust, and emotional connection. The effects begin within 30 to 60 minutes. Your mood lifts. Music feels alive. Touch becomes intense. Even strangers can feel like lifelong friends. For a few hours, the world seems warmer, kinder, more beautiful. But your brain wasn't meant to release that much serotonin at once. When the drug wears off, those chemical reserves are temporarily depleted. The next day, you may feel exhausted, emotionally drained, or unusually low. MDMA doesn't create happiness. It spends tomorrow's emotions today. While LSD is one of the most powerful psychedelics ever discovered, it's usually taken on tiny paper tabs, so small they can fit on your fingertip. Yet a single dose can change reality for up to 12 hours. LSD doesn't make you hallucinate out of nowhere. It changes how your brain processes information. As serotonin receptors become overstimulated, your senses begin blending together. Colors become brighter, patterns start moving, music can feel visible, time loses its meaning. Some people experience deep personal insights, others become trapped in fear, confusion, or endless thought loops. The experience depends as much on your mindset and surroundings as it does on the drug itself. LSD doesn't show you another world. It changes the way your brain interprets this one. Psilocybin, found in magic mushrooms, has been used in spiritual ceremonies for thousands of years. Once inside your body, it's converted into psilocin, which changes communication between different regions of your brain. The effects build slowly. Colors become richer. Nature feels alive. Ordinary thoughts become extraordinary. Many users describe a powerful feeling of connection to other people, to nature, or even to the universe itself. But not every trip is pleasant. Fear, confusion, and overwhelming emotions can appear without warning. Your mindset and the environment you're in can completely shape the experience. Researchers are studying psilocybin for depression, PTSD, and end-of-life anxiety. The early results are promising, but it's not a miracle cure. The same mushroom that helps one person heal can overwhelm someone else entirely. Methamphetamine, better known as meth, is one of the most powerful stimulants on Earth. It can be smoked, snorted, swallowed, or injected. No matter how it's taken, the result is the same: an enormous flood of dopamine. The rush is almost immediate. Energy explodes, confidence skyrockets, hunger disappears, sleep becomes unnecessary. Some users stay awake for days, but your brain pays a brutal price. As dopamine reserves run dry, the crash begins. Exhaustion, depression, paranoia. Your brain struggles to feel pleasure without the drug. With repeated use, the damage becomes visible. Memory declines, judgment fades, hallucinations can appear even while fully awake. Meth doesn't just exhaust your body, it can rewire your brain. Every substance you've seen today affects the brain differently. Some are used as medicine, some are used for recreation, some destroy lives, but none of them are simply good or evil. They are chemicals, and your brain responds to chemistry, not opinions. Understanding how they work is the first step toward making informed decisions. This is Human Frame. Subscribe for the next chapter.